Hello everybody, welcome back to my 20-second video. You may be wondering what's with the weird background. I am in Florida right now, visiting my grandparents. And the reason I'm in a closet right now, in the guest room of my grandparents' apartment, is because, well, I thought my grandparents would be, asleep by now, but they aren't. So, they're still in the living room. And I'm kind of trying to keep this thing on a down low still for my family, my video diary series, so none of my family know about it still, and I'm trying to keep like that for as long as possible. So instead of filming in the guest room, that's right outside from the living room, I decided to move it into the closet of the guest room instead. But no matter. I'm still gonna be here for another 9 days, so hopefully I'll be able to film at the desk in there soon. Hopefully tomorrow. Really, the only reason I'm filming out here tonight and not just waiting a little longer is because I kind of have more stuff that I want to do tonight before I go to bed. So I kind of just want to get this out of the way. So it's whatever. It'll do for now. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the flight first. So I flew here tomorrow. No, I flew here yesterday morning at 8:30, I guess. The flight was pretty good. I I wasn't really planning on sleep on it anyways, like I said in the last video, but I don't really think I would be able to sleep anyways, because I don't really like to make fun of people, but there's a guy that was saying, the three, you know how flights are organized, there's, on most flights at least, I think there's like 3 seats, then 3 seats, of course. And the guy, I was sitting on the aisle seat in one of them, then the 3 seats across from me, the guy in the middle seat, he's snoring like incredibly loudly. And I don't like to make fun of people, like, I'm not judging him, but I'm just bringing it up since it's kind of supposed to be things that happen to me day to day. So I'm just bringing it up for that reason. I like to point out even the guy next to him who's sitting in the aisle, in the aisle seat directly next to me, we like cracked a smile at each other because of how loud his snoring. We like got each other. We understood each other's pain. Yeah. So that was basically a fight. I just played a game on my iPad. I like to play this game called like Melon Ragdoll, I think it's called. It's kind of just like a sandbox game. It helps me pass the time. And I also played this like Endless Runner type game on my iPad. It's called like Odyssey, I think. Not based on the book. A different story. But I think it's called Odyssey. Yeah. And then what happened? Oh yeah, alright. So then I got here and my grandparents picked me up from the airport, and last night we went to the mall near them, which, fun fact, they actually live near one of the, I think it's either in the top 5 or top 3 largest malls in America. They actually live near one of them. And we had the Cheesecake Factory, and also I got a little Lego set for me to build, and I'll show it to you here. It's pretty small. It's also one of the ones that are released August 1st, so the same day as my Lego Spider-Man Subway set. Or not Subway, train, I think. Is this Subway? No, because Subways are like underground, right? Yeah. I don't know why I'm saying this. I've been on many Subways. My grandparents I'm staying with now, they actually lived in New York. Until I was, I don't know exactly, maybe until I was 12, I think. And also my mom grew up in Long Island, and my grandparents I'm seeing right now, they grew up in New York City. So yeah, I've actually been on many a subway in my life. But yeah, I just got really off topic. Anyway, there's this set I got. It was kind of overpriced, but I told them they didn't have to, but my grandparents got it for me, and it's actually pretty nice because I'm, like I said, I'm collecting Marvel figures, and I like the build of these um drones anyways. But there's an Iron Man figure which I already have one of him, but this is a different version of him, like a different Mark suit. So yeah. And also I don't even have a War Machine figure yet, but now I do. So that's cool. And then I actually ordered another set, which I might mention in the last video. I remember, but it's a Hulk Lab Smash set. I think is retired at least a decade ago. I don't remember, but I found for a pretty good price on eBay. I think it was like it was going for like $85, which that sounds like a lot, but I think the retail price of this says probably like 35 or something. I don't know exactly. I'm just guessing on what I think it might have been. And for a set that's been retired for over a decade, that's actually a pretty good price. I think that's probably even the price as listed on Bricklink, which rarely is it ever the actual average price for resale. Usually it's like way higher. So yeah. And I was gonna get that used listing, but then I saw another listing that had brand new and it was only $10 more. So I was like, yeah, I might as well just get that one. So then I did. Yeah. Then moving forward to today, I fell asleep pretty early last night, so probably like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. And that's because I'd stayed up the whole night before, if you remember. So yeah, I woke up at like 8:30 a.m. today, which I don't think I've woken up that early this whole summer. And then I went down to the pool for a bit with my grandparents. My grandma made me some pancakes. The pool in their apartment. They live in this like huge apartment complex. It's made of like 3 connected apartment buildings, and they're saying like over 3,000 people live in these buildings. So it feels more like a hotel than an apartment building, even more than my apartment building. And then I went up for a bit, and then tonight we went to a hibachi restaurant for dinner, which is pretty good. I love hibachi. I love the chicken there. Yeah. So that was it, I guess. And then it's kind of funny, the hibachi restaurant, there's like vents leaking water, so then we had to switch seats. It's kind of funny. So it's like leaking water on our heads. But yeah. Guess that's it. As I said, hopefully I'll be out in the actual guest room tomorrow. You know, I didn't really realize how hot that this guest room got, because usually when I come here it's with me, my parents, and my sister. So then my parents take the main guest room, and then I sleep in this second guest room, I guess, for half of the time. And then I switch with my sister. Then I sleep on the bed for the second half of our trips here. I'm not on the bed, on the couch, but it's still pretty comfortable. So yeah. But yeah, I didn't realize how hot it got in this guest room, since this is really my first time seeing in it. Since I'm the only one here this time, my parents and my sister are still at home. But yeah, just a solo trip for me. Well, I guess that's it for now. As always, this isn't gonna stop me this trip. I'm still gonna keep it up. I'll be back either tomorrow or the day after. And then I realized, I really can't keep this up, hide it from my family forever. I wouldn't tell them until like maybe even like a year after I finish the series. I think I mentioned this before. I plan to do this series for maybe for about four to 4.5 more years, and then I'm gonna stop it, because I plan on doing this series to and throughout my huge road trip I'm taking once I graduate college. So once that happens, once I take my road trip, I might just keep it in this format, but once I take my road trip, I might kind of change this video away from just me talking to the camera and more into like a vlog style video. I might do that. But then I was planning on just stopping it after I did my road trip, because like, I mean, it's nice to know, it's very like therapeutic actually, but I don't want to like do it forever. This is kind of supposed to be like a time capsule for me for years from now. And I'm really glad that people are watching this and that they're enjoying it. But it's like it's also supposed to be like a time capsule for me. That's kind of the initial reason why I started it. But again, I am very glad that people are watching this, and yeah. But what he's saying is like, obviously, like, there's gonna be times when like I got lucky. I lucked out on this trip since I was the only one going, so I got a room to myself, a private room. A second room, you could kind of like hear whatever a person is saying it. So my grandparents or my parents or my sister would be able to hear me talking to myself in there. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on in there? Has he lost his mind? But, no. But, obviously, chances are that in the next 4 years, I'm going to go on another trip with my family. My sister's graduating college next year, so I know for a fact we're probably going to go on a trip for that. So, like, hopefully I don't have to tell my whole family. Hopefully my parents will us to get, like, 2 rooms, one for me and one for sister. Then I would just have to tell her. But, either that or I'm going to have to find a time every other day when no one is in the room so I can record a video. But, that'll be kind of challenging. But, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. It's fine. Alright, well, that's it. As always, I'll be back tomorrow or the next day with another video. And, thank you to everyone who may be watching. And see you in the next one.